The next page that we're going to make responsive will be a register page. So let's open up the template of this page in a browser. And actually there is not much to do when it comes to responsiveness, because this page will look almost the same on mobile devices, just like on desktops. As you can see, as I'm going to shrink browser window, the block with registration form is going to stretch all the way and cover all available widths. So firstly, I'm going to open up the template of this registration page in the editor. The file is called register.html. And then I'm going to zoom in this page in the browser, and let's decide from where we're going to start. Alright, I'm going to apply 100 pixel widths to this card with the form and decrease the distance between the logo and the card itself. So to make that card to cover all available widths, I'm assigning W full class to this section element, and to reduce the gap between the logo and the card itself, I'm going to apply gap Y4 class, but on bigger screens, the gap will be a little bit bigger. We'll increase it to 6 units. Then the size of the logo itself will be 16 units on bigger screens, but it will be smaller on mobile devices. I will use size 14 for that. And just to have a little bit more space around the registration form on mobile devices, I'm going to add paddings, 3 units. Actually, registration form is not stretching all the way to cover 100% of the width of its parent. So to make it work as we expect, I'm going to add W full class to the card element right here. And the restriction to the width we're only going to apply on bigger screens. So this class W96 applies maximum particular widths, but only on bigger screens, since we have used SM prefix with this class. Paddings of the card with registration form are also going to be smaller on mobile devices, 4 units, and on bigger screens I will increase those paddings up to 6 units. So roundness level of this card will also be different. We'll use medium roundness level for mobile devices, and let's make the roundness large on all other screens. Now, as for all those individual form fields within this form, I prefer to reduce the gap between those form fields on mobile devices. So right here, let's assign gap Y4 class, and the gap will be bigger on all other screens. For form field labels as well as fields themselves, I'm going to decrease the font size on mobile devices by applying text SM class to this label first, and on all other screens we'll reset the font size back to the default one by using text base class. And the same modification we're going to do to the field itself. So in here I'm assigning text SM class to decrease the font size on mobile devices, and on all other screens we're going to reset the font size by using text base class with prefix of SM. Roundness level of those input fields will also be different. On mobile devices I'm going to use rounded MD class, and roundness LG class will be used on bigger screens. And since we have 3 such input fields on a page, I'm going to copy over the classes of the label from the first input field and apply them to the rest of labels. And the same thing I'm going to do with classes of the input field itself. Let's also take all these classes and paste them onto other input fields. And that is looking good so far. Same modifications I'm going to do to this button. So we're gonna decrease font size on mobile devices by using text SM class and reset this font size on bigger screens. Then roundness level will be medium on mobile devices and large on bigger screens. And also we are applying in here margin top 2 units, but I'm going to make this margin smaller on bigger screens by using MT1 class. And finally, the last element on this page is this label with a link. So For mobile devices, I'm basically going to decrease the spacing from this label to the submit button by applying MT6 class, and on bigger screens, we're going to override MT6 class with MT8 class to make the margin bigger. And that's actually it. We have done all necessary modifications to make this page responsive. And just because we have another page, login.html, which is almost the same, I have gone ahead and applied the same modifications to the login HTML template. So login page is also responsive. And with that, we have finished working on the responsiveness of registration and authentication pages. Link to the source code of this project will be in the video description.